Good afternoon, everyone. Want to welcome you to the candidate forum here. My name is Greg Carlson. I'm the Executive Director of Boutwell's Landing, and it's my privilege to extend a welcome to you, the folks that are citizens of Boutwell's Landing, and those that have come in from the community, the area. We want to extend a warm welcome to all of you. Today's forum is being sponsored by the Resident Committee on Public Policy here at Boutwell's Landing. This committee is actively engaged in a variety of activities that includes everything from voter registration, information regarding issues important to the citizens of Boutwell's Landing, and hosting candidates forums such as this one this afternoon. When you came in, you had a chance to get a card in which you could write out a question. If you have, which will be used by the moderator for asking questions of the candidates. So if you've had a chance to fill those out, if you can just hold up your hand, and we would be sure and collect those and get those to the moderator. So if you have not filled those out yet, now would be a good time to take a few minutes to write out your questions for the candidates. And then just kind of signal, and somebody will come around and collect that card for you. We're pleased to welcome the two candidates running for the Minnesota Senate for District 39. Karen Housley, a Republican who is running for the office, and then her challenger, Julie Bunn, the DFL challenger. So we want to extend a welcome to you both here this afternoon. Our moderator for this afternoon's session is Mr. David Spencer, who is a citizen here at Boutwell's Landing, and we had a great session yesterday, and we're going to have another good session here this afternoon. So I'm going to turn the mic over to Mr. David Spencer.
We had a great session last night. No one was arrested. The candidates survived, and we're delighted to have such a good turnout. And to the audience, we thank you for your attendance. And thanks again to the Public Policy Committee for sponsoring this event. And a special thanks to our representatives here, candidates aspiring to run and win the Senate seat 39. According to Tip O'Neill, how many have ever heard of him? Tip O'Neill said that all politics are local, that the politicians benefit and get their successes by knowing what are the interests, desires of their constituents. This kind of exchange then offers the candidates an opportunity to see if they can tap into and identify with those needs and possibly meet them if they are elected and they serve their term. The goal, of course, is to understand and influence the issues that are being presented. Greg has already mentioned that note cards have been circulated, and we'll try to alternate from left to right so that we get a mix of ideas for the candidates. I'm going to now use a process to allow the candidates 2 minutes to introduce yourself and tell the audience why you're running. In order to do that, we're going to use an air-cooled decision maker. Anyone ever heard of that? Well, you were there yesterday. So I'll call on the,
Oh.
The F4 says an F4 on one side, the F4 shield on the other, the F4 shield is head. The F4.
this is the head.
No, that's the arrow one. The
Yeah,
other side of that is an F4 fan.
yeah. Last night they had 10.
Karen, I'm going to let you call.
Okay.
You wanna
Heads.
test it first?
Yeah, no, I'm going heads all the way.
It is tails.
Okay.
So Julie, you go first for 2 minutes, and then at the end, Karen, we'll reverse that, and you
Okay.
can sum up.
Perfect.
So Julie, 2 minutes to introduce yourself and tell us why you're running.
And just to clarify, I'm using both mics, right? That's great. Thank you. Well, thank you so much to Boutwell's and the Public Policy Committee for having us. This is always the most intense, most well-informed audience that I experience in candidate forums or town hall meetings, so I'm looking forward to the conversation. Also, I hope that while the bar you set was survival and not get arrested, I hope we achieve a little bit higher standard than that for our forum today. I live in Lake Elmo with my family. I'm married to Marlon Gunderson, who grew up on a dairy farm in Chisago County with 11 children, and we are now reconnecting with our northern roots because this new district stretches from down here and even a little bit south of 94 all the way up to a southern portion of Chisago County. I am an economist with over 25 years of experience in public policy analysis, both in government, academia, and in the state legislature. I'm a former college professor of economics and finance. I'm a former U.S. Department of Labor economist. I also have served on the Lake Elmo City Planning Commission. I'm a member of the Greater Stillwater Area Chamber of Commerce, and I am a volunteer member, an active member of the Lake Elmo Rotary Club and its activities. Every day I go out to the district and talk to people, I hear frustration about political dysfunction in our culture today. We have serious challenges, and yet we have partisan gridlock. I'm running for office because I represent a moderate, independent, principled voice who wants to do real policymaking, get results, and govern our state, and put it into the gridlock. I strive to provide a clear analysis of the problems we're facing and also work bipartisanly to solve those problems and reach ends which governors can sign. I did this repeatedly on issues of healthcare policy and curbing cost, on environmental protection of our groundwater, and on small business development and encouragement issues. Finally, I look forward to this exchange today and your questions and a lively conversation. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Karen Housley, and I'm also running for state senate in this district. And one of the biggest questions that people ask me at the door is, why are you running? And to be honest with you, I never in a million years thought I'd be sitting here answering questions on why am I running for state senate. This came out of the blue June 5th. I'm a small business owner here in the Stillwater area. I own Karen Housley Homes. And when politics first entered my mind, it was sitting at the kitchen tables of homeowners here in the area back in 2008. And what used to be a very exciting time for people when they were selling their houses, I was no longer asking, you must be excited. Are your kids excited? Where do you plan on moving to? Now I was saying, I'm really sorry you're out of a job. How many mortgage payments are you behind? And could you please sign this authorization so I can talk to your bank? When I looked at what was the core of the issue, why were these one or two of the homeowners had lost their job or their business had moved out of state or they had been laid off, what was the core of the problem? What were they doing at the state to help? And actually down at the Capitol, they were doing absolutely nothing to help our small businesses create jobs or create stable jobs or retain jobs or keep businesses here in the state of Minnesota. They were actually doing exactly the opposite. They were working against our businesses by raising their taxes, creating more regulations for our businesses. So these homeowners were losing their jobs and businesses were moving out of state. So then you looked at who was in the legislature during this time, and those legislators don't have a lot of real-life business experience. So I said, you know what, we need someone with some real-life business experience at the Capitol who can make decisions for our businesses to keep these people in their jobs so they can stay in their homes and afford their mortgage. a little bit about me in this community. I've been involved in this community even before I was running for office, ever since I've been here. I'm president of Let's Go Fishing with Seniors chapter here in Stillwater. I'm also on the state board. There's 30 chapters in the state right now, and I see a lot of the residents here at Boutwell that we brought out on our boat. I'm also on the board of Community Thread, which is a volunteer organization here in the area, and a whole bunch of other boards and volunteer opportunities that I'm on and involved with that you can pick up on my brochure over there. I've been married for 27 years to my high school boyfriend, Phil. We have 4 kids, age 25, 22, 20, and 15. Phil played 21 years in the NHL. We moved all over the U.S. and Canada. I became an expert at researching school districts, and I also lived with socialized medicine. So I'm Karen Housley, running for state senate, and I hope to get your vote.
Thank you both.